All right, so let's talk about coming up with a business idea. But before we do that, let's talk about the why you want to start a business. And this really comes into two categories. First is the lifestyle business, meaning you want to start your own business because it'll dovetail nicely into your lifestyle or your family's lifestyle or where you want to live and how you want to live. So you need to make sure when you're looking at business ideas that that business idea is compatible with your life and with your family. Now, the other type of business is one in which you want to create wealth. Really, you want to start a business, and be honest with yourself. You want to start a business so that you can grow it and eventually sell it. Go wiggle your toes in the sand somewhere. So you need to make sure that that business is actually separate from your life. You can't be a consultant where you're billing by the hour. You can't do a lot of businesses that are basically lifestyle businesses. You have to create a business that is separate from your life because at some point you're going to sell that business. All right? So make sure you're aware of your reasons to start a business before you look for your business ideas. Now, types of businesses. Think about what kind of person you are, what kind of type of business you like. Meaning, are you a product person? You're a product person. Do you like products? Do you like selling products? Or do you like services? Do you like performing services? Are you very service-oriented? Are you very interpersonal? All that. I'm a product guy. Really, I'm terrible when it comes to service. I like actual things and selling things because I can touch them, and I can feel them, and I can sell them. But when it comes to service, not me. So, like a good service business, let's talk about service businesses. Like a last mile delivery where you get that delivery in that last mile into the neighborhood, or you clean houses, or you take care of lawns, or you wash windows, or you detail a car, right? Those are service businesses, right? I'd be terrible at that. But a product business, like a food cart, or an Etsy craft shop, or an eBay reseller, me, I can get behind that. But that's just me. And then there's a third type of business where you blend the products and services. So always think about the other side. For you have a spa, for example, you have a spa and you're doing massages and massage oils, and at the end of that spa session, people are about to leave. You should have those spa oils there. You should have that scented candle there. They're relaxed. They're ready to buy. So mix that product with this service. Or if you cut hair, right? Have that hair gel that you're using. Sell it. Make sure you sell it. That's a product. That's tied to a service. So you can have product business, product and service business, right? Think about what matches your personality before embarking on a business idea, okay? So let's move on to some of the factors in selecting that business, right? Don't just go out there and say, hey, Money Magazine said the 10 hot businesses for this year are these. Please, those lists are worthless. They have no relation to you, your life, and what you're trying to do, right? First thing you should do is figure out what you're familiar with. What do you do? What are you good at? What are you a 10 in, right? If you've been a mechanic for 20 years, right, and you're a good mechanic and you're ready to hang out a shingle saying, I'm a good mechanic, start a mechanic business. Really, technical businesses are good. You have a skill, use that skill. Your significant other has a skill, use that skill, right? The second thing, be passionate about your work. Really think about this. If you're not passionate about what you do, if you don't like it, if you wouldn't do it even if it didn't get paid, don't start a business on it. Be passionate about it. Be interested in always learning more because that is a prerequisite for success, right? So, you figured out what you can do, what you're good at, what you're passionate about. Let's explore an unmet demand. Don't start a business that's completely new and there's no demand for it. Say, hey, I'm going to be the first person to blah, 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 blah. Trust me, there's a reason there's no demand for that, right? Look out there for existing demand that's unmet. If you ever turn to somebody and they go, why can't I find a good blah, blah, blah here? I'm like, oh, unmet demand. You've had a business idea, right? Also, the corollary to that is a proven market. Do not start a business where you have to create the demand. always look, especially in a low capital business, always look for a proven market, a market where people are willing to pay for that product or that service, okay? So look for proven markets. If you have a low capital business, you need to come right out of the box selling, right? Look for services that people don't like to do for themselves, like animal poop cleanup. Saw a great one the other day. It was called Duty Calls. I love that, right? Or lawn care, or cleaning, or trash hauling, right? Or look for things that make people's lives easier. Do custom closets. If you're really into those, do custom closets. You know, put in invisible dog fences, garage storage. Those are things that make people's lives easier, and they are low capital businesses. Existing demand, right? And when you're looking at your business idea, think about location, right? Really think about location. You're building a business here. You're going to put a lot of time, energy, and money into this. So unless this business is online and can be run remotely, when you start a business, you're committing to living in that area. You're living in that town, that county, that state. You're living there. You're raising your family there. Okay? Think about that, right? If you're living up north and you want to live down south, you really may want to make that move prior to starting the business. Also look in location. Look where the demand is, right? If you're a pool cleaning business, you might want to be in Florida. But if you're a cabin winterizer, you might want to be in Maine, right? So think about the areas, the location. Think about whether it matches what you want to do, where you want to raise your family, how you want to build this business, because it's a longer term decision you're making here. Also, you got the idea, you got 2 ideas, you got to test it. Best way to test it, you know, marketing people will say, ooh, focus groups. But all that means is talk to people, right? Talk to people, right? You got around other people in the business. If you're out of a competitive area, you're vacationing in another town, and somebody has a business that's very similar to yours, go talk to them. Find out how they did it. Tell them you're thinking about opening up a similar business. They may be very happy about opening up about pluses and minuses. You will learn more talking over a cup of coffee with somebody who's been in that business than you will researching online a million different ways, right? Once you've decided on that industry, look at the industry reports. There's probably a magazine. There's probably an industry association, right? Look at it. See what the average size business is. See what the startup business is. Business costs, this and that. What the 5 most difficult things about starting a business in that industry are. So do your homework. Don't just come up with an idea. Do your homework. So you got your idea. It's a service. It's a product. It matches whether or not you want to build a wealth business or you want to build a lifestyle business. You got all that stuff, all that. Now we can drill down in this business idea and do a profitability analysis. Okay, now you should have a rough estimate of how many customers or products you're going to need to cover your costs, right? Do that in advance. Please do that in advance. I'll tell you a little story. 1982, me and a couple other guys came up with a software product idea. This is 1982. The software ran on the Apple II. It was the old original Apple computer. And it was a cool product in the financial industry. We were really excited about it, all that. We ran the numbers. We decided, hey, it's going to cost us maybe $20 each, whatever, to build this product, put it on a disk, put it in a box, all that. We're going to sell it for $100, right? So we did. We sold it for $100, and we sold 1,000 units first 6 months. 1,000 units, 1982. We were happy. That was $100,000, right? And it cost us 20. The next 6 months, we sold 50 units. Why? Why? What we found out is in our market, there were only 1,000 people who had the Apple II computer and had the equipment needed to run our software. We sold it to all of them. We got them. We did it. 100% market share, $100,000. There were 3 guys. We went broke in the second 6 months. So do that. Do your homework. If I'd done my homework and it seems so obvious now that how many people have the Apple II computers that can use my product? Well, there was about 1,050 of them. And there they were. So that was a failure. On the plus side, however, while we were putting it out there, a guy by the name of Steve Jobs saw it, thought it was pretty cool, pulled us into California and said, hey, can you help us work on software on this new graphical user interface computer we're doing? We're going to call it a Macintosh. Can you guys do it? And we became the core people on the software development team for the Apple Macintosh. And the industry took, great leaps right from there. And our business went ba-boom. We went all completely different direction, but we actually made some money, which was great. So think about that. Do your homework. Do some profitability analysis, right? How many people are out there? What can they spend? What can I make? And think your business idea might be a go. Finally, you got your business idea. You've done your homework, right? You've answered the 5 W's. You're getting excited about it. You're ready to pull the trigger, ready to go, right? Before you do that, almost hate to say this, give some advanced thought to failure, okay? The cost of business failure depends on the business that you're in, right? High capital business, cost is pretty high. A low capital business, which most of us start, the cost is fairly low, right? But there will be a cost, right? Here's the secret to success for failure. The easier you can pivot, the lower the cost of the business. That means adaptability, right? You have to be adaptable. It's the number one characteristic of any successful entrepreneur. You have this great idea, this great business plan. You've told everybody about it. You're going there. It's not working, right? It's failing. Change, pivot, adapt. Think of what is working and what's not working. Get rid of what's not working and work on what is working. For example, talk about an auto detailing shop, right? You're not making enough money. You're doing detailing, you're making $600 a week, you're netting only $300. And everything you try to get new customers, get more of this, more of that, just not working. It's not working. But actually, people start liking the fact that you pick their car up while they're at work and deliver it before the end of the day. They're like, wait a minute. They kind of like the idea that they go to work, I take care of something on their car. Now, it had been detailing, and you're having a tough time selling that, but why don't you become the car concierge, right? You can go get their car washed. You can get their windows tinted. You can have their wheels cleaned up. You can have it detailed. You can go get it inspected. You can have the oil changed. You're the car concierge. It's not the business you came up with at the beginning. You were going to be an auto detailing business. But the car concierge is what the market wanted. So don't be afraid. Be adaptable, right? That is the number one requirement for success, is adaptability. So good luck. Enjoy it. The ride is terrific.